Far below the surface, where sunlight dissolves into black, something moves. Not fast, not free, heavy, ancient, and wrong. A shadow with wings. But those wings don't glide. They drag, as if the ocean itself is holding it down. At depths where pressure can crush steel, the ocean becomes something else entirely. Cold, silent, relentless. This is a world where life survives by adapting in ways that feel almost alien. And here, in this crushing darkness, lives one of the ocean's most iconic predators, the hammerhead shark. But this one is different. Its wide, iconic head, normally a precision hunting tool, is burdened, distorted, weighed down by thick mineral growths. Layer upon layer of hardened deposits, like stone, growing on living flesh. Intense pressure and mineral-rich deep-sea environments. Marine organisms absorbing and interacting with minerals in unexpected ways. Why would a fast-moving predator allow this to happen? Scientists have long known that the deep ocean is rich in dissolved minerals, iron, manganese, calcium. In certain conditions, these elements don't just float unseen. They accumulate, they attach, they grow. Usually, this happens slowly on rocks, on shipwrecks, even on the bones of the dead. But here's the unsettling part. What if the boundary between living and non-living isn't as clear as we thought? The hammerhead is built for efficiency. Its wide skull enhances sensory perception, allowing it to detect faint electrical signals from hidden prey, a biological radar sweeping the ocean floor. But now, that same structure is becoming a burden. Mineral crusts form along the edges of its head, thickening over time. At first, it might seem harmless, a rough texture, a slight weight, but over months or years, the buildup increases. Hard plates begin to form, rigid, unforgiving, constant exposure to mineral-saturated water. Strange adaptation, a possible tolerance or failure to reject mineral accumulation. Is this a disease or a misunderstood survival process? Some scientists suspect a breakdown in the shark's natural defenses. Normally, marine animals produce protective layers, mucus, skin regeneration to prevent buildup. But in rare conditions, these systems might fail or change. What if, instead of resisting the minerals, the shark's body begins to integrate them? A living creature, slowly turning into something heavier, something slower, something trapped inside its own evolution. The ocean rewards motion. To stop swimming is to risk death. But this hammerhead can't move like it used to. Its once fluid movements are now labored. Each turn costs energy. Each glide is shortened, interrupted by drag. The mineral growths don't just add weight. They change shape. They disrupt the flow of water across its body, turning a master of hydrodynamics into something clumsy, inefficient. Energy scarcity in deep-sea environments. A predator forced to hunt with reduced mobility. How long can it survive like this? In the deep ocean, energy is everything. There is no abundance, no easy meals. Predators must be precise, efficient. But this shark is losing that edge. And yet, it's still alive, still hunting, still enduring. Which raises a deeper question. Is this purely a disadvantage? Or could there be something we don't yet understand? In nature, even the strangest traits can serve a purpose. The mineral growths, though heavy, may offer something unexpected. Camouflage, protection, or even chemical masking. Some deep-sea creatures avoid predators not by speed, but by blending into the environment so completely, they become invisible. The rough, mineral-coated surface of the shark might mimic the seafloor itself. A moving rock, rather than a living predator. Extreme condition, near total darkness and limited visibility. Blending biological tissue with mineral textures. Is this accidental, or an early stage of a deeper evolutionary shift? Scientists still don't know if this phenomenon is rare, or simply rarely seen. The deep ocean hides its secrets well. We've explored less than a fraction of it. And what we've discovered only deepens the mystery. Could there be entire populations of marine animals, slowly merging with their environment in ways we've never imagined? But adaptation always has limits. The mineral growth continues, unstoppable, indifferent. As layers build, the shark's movements slow further. Its range shrinks, its chances narrow. Eventually, the weight may become too much. And when that happens, the ocean reclaims everything. The balance between adaptation and collapse. A living organism gradually overtaken by environmental forces. Lingering mystery, where does adaptation end? And extinction begin? Even in death, the process doesn't stop. The minerals continue to grow, covering bone, preserving shape, turning life into structure. A fossil, in real time, somewhere in the deep. This process is happening right now, unseen, unrecorded. A creature caught between biology and geology, between movement and stillness, and we barely understand it. Because the truth is, the deep ocean is not just unexplored. It is unknowable, in ways we are only beginning to grasp. Every discovery reveals something stranger than we expected, and every answer leads to new questions. Out there, in the crushing dark, evolution doesn't follow familiar rules. It experiments, transforms, creates life that feels almost impossible, and reminds us how small our understanding really is.